Here's what happened. We all were expecting Donald Trump to either, as I say, drive down, walk down, or go underground and show up at the Capitol. He didn't make it. Not because we find out today for sure now, no more rumors, find out today for sure that he didn't want to go. No, we find out that he got into the presidential limousine called the Beast. This was an OTR movement, so it was official. He got in the limousine, but somehow plans had been changed.
Once the president had gotten into the vehicle with Bobby, he thought that they were going up to the Capitol, and when Bobby had relayed to him, we don't have the assets to do it, it's not secure, we're going back to the West Wing. The president had a very angry response to that. The president said something to the effect of, "I'm the effing president, take me up to the Capitol now." Bobby responded, "Sir, we have to go back to the West Wing." The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol." Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel. And when Mr. Renato had recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to appreciate what happened in that moment. For all of the money spent, for all of the lectioneering, for all of the sloganeering, for all of the marches, for all of the banners, for all of the flags, for all of the campaigning, for all of that effort came down to a fight in the front seat of a limousine, which a senior citizen didn't have a chance in hell of winning. Especially a senior citizen that has never known physical labor, has not ever really been in tip-top shape in his life. That's what it came down to. I have little doubt that Bobby grabbed the hand that went for his neck, and there are ways you can twist the wrist and cause severe pain, and Trump surrendered. The senior citizen in the front seat of a limousine, forced to go someplace he did not want to go, home, after they had planned an OTR movement. What would you call that if that was your father, who has got full mental faculties, and a driver that you hired told him that he's going nowhere and that he's taking him home and that he can't leave the house? That would be called kidnapping. That would be called abduction. Of course, it can't be called kidnapping or abduction or any of these sorts of things. Of course, that's not going to be focused on. The anti-whites, you see, the Democrats, anti-whites, they're very clever. So what they're going to do, and you need to not let them do this, is make that altercation about whether or Trump is insane or had lost it for the moment or unhinged in some very specific sort of irrational way, some sort of illness. They'll say maybe it's this or maybe that. They want to make the discussion about whether or not Trump is mentally unwell, whether he was ever fit to be president. And they've already started with talking about things. They had this little Casey, after she slid off of the pole, who knows how many poles she slid off. After they had her give testimony as well about Trump getting angry enough to throw a plate of his food, being, I'm sure what he saw, betrayed at every turn, betrayed largely by the females around him, and this little twat being one of them.